What's up, you guys? It's Samuel back here with another video, and today I'm gonna talk about what it was like for me growing up and and the challenges I faced and everything. First we're gonna start with how I grew up. I grew up in a small neighborhood. Everybody knew everybody. I grew up in a small school with less than 200 people. For my elementary school, I grew up in a small school. We all knew everybody. We all knew everybody, and with that, we knew everybody. Yeah, I said everybody a couple times, but I kind of really to film this video. But I tend to be repetitive when if I say things more than once, it's because I'm pretty repetitive about what I say when I'm nervous. And I grew up in a small school. Everybody knew everybody. I knew almost all the teachers, and all the teachers loved me and everything like that. But at a young age, they realized I really couldn't comprehend things as well as the other kids, and I really couldn't. I wasn't reading right, and I wasn't speaking right, and everything. And I do have this list occasionally. Like a lot of the times I do have a list because the way my teeth are growing. But I had a list way before then, and I had a speech impediment or something like that. I have one. I don't really know, but I speak different than everybody else does. But when I went to school, and but yeah, when I was I would be in different classes than my actual group. I was never held back or anything, but I was in different classes with the same kids that were already in my classes, but we had extra help and everything for things like that. And if you see me playing with something, it's because my rubber band on my teeth I'm messing with. But when I was younger, preschool through first grade, I had help with speech and something else I had help with. And from preschool all the way to 6th grade, I had a reading buddy, which was a person that would take you out of the room to help you read books and everything. So where kids in the 5th grade and the 4th grade were reading books like Junie B. Jones, those little thick chapter books and everything, I was still reading Clifford the Big Red Dog books. It's not that I couldn't read the Junie B. Jones books and everything. It was harder for me to read them because of the words and everything. It took me longer to read those books than I did the other books, so I read stuff like that. And I had help with math all the time and everything like that, so it was kind of hard for me. And all throughout school, I constantly got bullied by the same kid each year, and they all knew I was different. I mean, I obviously never looked the same as other kids, and I'll do a FTM timeline soon. I had one on my other channel, but obviously from a young age you could tell I was different than everybody else. And but yeah, you could always tell I was different than everybody else. The way I looked, the way I acted, the way I dressed, the way I talked, the people I hung out with, I was always claimed as the different kid and everything, and it was really hard to know that and understand that, because I didn't really understand that I was different. I mean, I knew why I would get picked on because I did different things, but I didn't understand why they were considered different. But looking back on it, I did act like a boy a lot. All my friends, all I wanted to do was hang out with the guys, but the guys were like, ew, you have kitties. But I always had my hair cut short. I normally wore clothes like baggy shirts and shorts or something like that. But occasionally I wore dresses, and that's when I'd get the pictures and everything. I'd be in a dress because I had to, and I'd have braids or something like that. But around 6th grade, I got my help taken away. Like, I'd occasionally have help in the 6th grade. I was still having to learn how to tell time in the 6th grade, and I was still having to learn how to tell time in the 9th grade, which was last year with me. And, yeah, but, like, through middle school, in the 7th grade, when I actually went to middle school, I really wasn't doing well. I didn't have the special help that I had a few years ago, and I was really confused. I couldn't read books at the right level that everybody else was reading because I always had a reading buddy, so it was kind of hard, and I was always confused and everything like that. But I quickly made friends with 2 guys, and I was like always hanging out with them, and I went through this whole phase, and I was like, I wanted to be G, so that people wouldn't talk to me. People barely talk to me anyways, because, you know, I hang out with the 2 weird kids. I guess they weren't weird, they were really actually really cool, but, like, I hung out with them, and people were like, well, they're weird, so you're weird too. But, like, I always wore the same hoodie. It was always clean now. I wore the same hoodie, which was a pink camouflage hoodie, and I wore a fringe with my ponytail up, and the front of my hair was pink and everything, as you can tell. The front of my hair is a little bit purple. It's brown now, but it was blue the other week, and yeah. But, through the 7th grade, I didn't have good grades. I barely read anything. The class I was doing okay in was writing, because I'm really good at writing. I love writing stories. I love writing poems. Anything to keep my mind off of my brain, I loved. But, like, science and stuff, I loved science, but, like, I had to be certain kind of science that I would actually be into. So it'd be harder for me to actually concentrate on the things I didn't want to learn. So through the 7th grade, it was actually really hard, and because I didn't have any help. I had some help, but it wasn't a lot, so I had people doing my homework for me, and it didn't work out, and I ended up getting taken out of 7th grade. I finished 7th grade out. I graduated in blah 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 through 7th grade. I was in middle school. That only had 2 years. And where I live, you have 2 years, which in middle school, which is the 9th, but this is the 7th and 8th. Then you go into high school. I didn't do the 8th grade year because I was getting really, really bullied, and I was sick of it, and I tried killing myself multiple times, but my parents didn't know about that. And that year was hard. Through the 8th grade, I was homeschooled, and I still wasn't doing really well. And I really wouldn't do anything, and I'd basically just, like, sit in my room all the time because, like, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to understand it. I didn't want to learn it because I knew that I couldn't understand it because I didn't know everything else. I didn't know what the other kids knew, and after the 8th grade year finished up, I went into the 9th grade with the freshmen, and that was last year. And I didn't have much help. Occasionally I would have help, but not often. So like it was hard. Through math class, I would get some help, but the math teacher really wasn't really good. And some of my friends do know the math teacher that I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say his name for private purposes. I guess I don't know. I really don't care about it much because I'm not there and everything, and I really don't care. But like, hey, I was doing okay for the most part. I had a lot of great friends. I had a lot of trans friends. They were really awesome. They were really great, and everybody was really supportive of me, basically. And I just had a few people that picked on me, and I always took care of it, or had somebody else take care of it for me. And so I actually had it pretty easy in the 9th grade. But then I had like a mental breakdown in the middle of the year, and I tried to kill myself. And I went to the hospital over it because I had texted a hotline, and they called the police over it. I sent them to my old house, and I got taken to the hospital in the ER, and I stayed there for the whole night. And basically, I left at 4 in the morning, and I didn't go to school the next day, that day. But I went to school the day after, and that day I ended up having a mental breakdown because I didn't finish the math teacher's homework, and I just wanted to be left alone in the hallway, and everybody wouldn't leave me alone. So in my science class, I started to have a panic attack, and well, a kid threw up in there too, so that kind of made me have a panic attack, because I really don't do well with people doing that, and with people throwing up, it jeeps me to freak out, and I'll have to I can't be in the same room, or else I feel like I'm gonna be sick, and it just paralyzes me with fear, because I'm scared to get sick. That's one of my phobias. I'll do a phobia list later, and yeah. But yeah, and throughout after I had a break through that class, I took my backpack, I ran downstairs to the study hall that I had with one of these girls that was really supportive of me and really understood, because she had saw the cuts on my hand one day, and so she gave me a Snapchat and everything, and I told her to meet me down there because I was having a really, really bad day. I was texting my mom all throughout that class, so I was talking to her about it. I didn't get any of my math work done because I was still really scared about it and everything, and I didn't get any of that work done. I had to talk to her. I had to go to after that, she told me to go to the guidance counselor, so to my mom. So I went to the guidance counselor, and I didn't go until my math teacher first, and he got really mad, called the principal and everything, and the principal came in, and I was crying in the therapist's office, and he did, just go to class. I went to class. He was bitching about me for being on my phone, because he was talking to my friend outside of the classroom, and he was bitching at me for being on my phone. And he goes, you better be off that phone before I get into that classroom. And I told him, listen here, you can suck my tiny penis, because I'm not getting off my phone because my mom's supposed to be coming to get me, because I had a mental breakdown. And he said, I don't care, get off your phone before I come into that classroom and do your bell ringer. And needless to say, I wasn't off my phone when he came in, and I got yelled at, and he told me to get off my phone, and I told him to fuck off. He said, get out of my classroom and go to the principal's office. I said, you know what, fuck you. I picked up my bag, but when I got into the classroom, I slammed my bag against the wall, and I slammed myself onto the desk. Everybody was like, what the fuck's wrong? And I was like, just shut the fuck up and leave me the hell alone. We'll figure it out in a few minutes. And they were just like, okay, you little fucker. And I was just like, yeah, just kiss my dick. And they were like, okay, what the fuck's wrong with them? And I was just texting my mom, I had tears in my eyes. My friend Jessie was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, Jess, that's okay. I'll be okay. And everything. And she was like, okay. And, so, teacher comes in. He tells me, didn't I just tell you to get off that phone before you came into this classroom? And I said, and didn't I tell you to fuck off? And he told me to get up and go to the principal's office. I said, you know what, how about I do that? And I pick up my book bag, I put my phone into my hoodie because I couldn't walk and be bitchy at the same time and text. So I opened his door. I slammed it because his door is really bad with the little suspension thing for shutting the door. So it slammed really loudly as soon as you even opened it. So I slammed it against the wall. I grabbed the handle, took my backpack, threw it up against the lockers, and slammed the door really hard. I almost broke the glass in his door. And my sister texted me from the other room because she just came from that room and went to her teacher that's right next door. And she goes, bro, what the fuck just happened in blah blah blah's room? And I was just like, that was me storming out of his room because he told me, get off my phone, and I said, no, fuck you. So I went to the principal's office. I had a complete mental breakdown. My dad picked me up, and I went home and bitched about it all night. And that sums up my life until now. I am now a 10th grader, and my boyfriend teaches me homework through long distance, and it's shit because I don't do nothing. And I barely sleep, and I haven't got money. That's about it. Yeah, that was my life story up until now. Next video, which will probably be today because I have nothing to do, and I'm sure my boyfriend doesn't want to call me, but, will be probably a list of phobias and fears, or, 10 facts about me or some shit. I don't fucking know. Click like, click subscribe, click the bell notification when to see my ugly face, and comment what I should do next week or next day or some other fucking shit. Comment what I should do down below. Bye!